Let's take a look at volume. So volume problems can be a problem area on the exam for a lot of students. So we're going to look at the three most common ones, right? So first one is rectangular solid. Okay, so that just means that it's a box, right? And this is really the simplest one. So if we see a rectangular box, then it's just length times width times height, and they'll give you all three of those, and it'll just say solve for volume. So rectangular solid, volume equals length times width times height. So as a quick example, they say length 8, width 4, height 6, right? Then we just have to go multiply them together. Pretty simple. 8 times 4 is 32 times 6, 192. Okay, so that's the first one, rectangular solid. Pretty straightforward, and definitely the easiest one. Okay, so with these formulas, you really have to be able to memorize them, right? So you need to put in the time so that you have these formulas memorized, because they're not going to give you the formula on the exam. All right, second one, cylinder equals pi r squared h. Okay, so again, it's a formula that you have to know. You're going to see a cylinder question most likely, right? And they're going to give you the height and the radius. So in this example, we have height equals 12, radius 7. Okay, once you know the formulas, is pretty straightforward. You just have to plug this stuff in, right? So if we're looking at this one, pi r squared h, pi right there, what's the radius? 7 squared times 12, yeah? Okay, then what I have to do, again, drop pi down to here. I don't ever have it be like 3.14, keep it at pi. 7 squared is 49 times 12. What's that math? Right, 49 times 12 is 588 times pi. Whoop, did it wrong. Pi usually goes at the end of the number. So I might as well do it right. 588 pi. Alright, so that's a good cylinder question. If we want to do another example, okay, just to make sure we're comfortable with cylinder. So what if it said height equals 6, and instead of radius they gave you a diameter. Diameter is 4. Okay, so this will happen a bunch where they'll give you diameter and you're solving for radius. It's in circle problems, but it'll show up elsewhere, like for volume or surface area. Anywhere where you need to find radius. So we should know that diameter is twice radius, right? So that means radius in this question is going to be 2, right? Height still going to be 6. Okay, so now we have height 6, radius 2. Now we're ready to go solve. So we have pi times 2 squared times 6, right? That makes sense to everybody, right? We got the 2 from right here with the radius, put that in. It's squared like we show up top with our formula, times height, which is 6, right? So now if we keep doing this one, we have pi, 2 squared is 4 times 6, right? 4 times 6 is 24, 24 pi. Okay, so that's a look at volume of cylinders. And one more one that comes up a lot. Cube, okay. Again, this is volume, right? So cube equals the length of the edge to the third power, right? So that the length of the edge is always going to be the same on all parts of a cube. This is a square, basically, all sides equal. So pretty easy, right? So if they say edge equals 5, let's say, that's supposed to be an E, right? If they say edge is 5, then all we're doing is 5 to the third, which equals 125, right? 5 times 5 is 25. 25 times 5 is 125. There would be your answer. They gave us a side was 3, 3 to the third is 27, right? 3 times 3 is 9, 9 times 3, 27.